Cam every day. We're gonna do a drive to the store and basically early December update. Wave at the neighbor. Yeah, I feel like on this channel I've just been like filming random things, and I feel like my connection with the channel is like dissipated a little bit. So we're at the end of the year. We had a strong year. We did, I mean, there's 2 projects that aren't out yet this year. One of them is Gorehammer, and that's mainly due to some of the Angel Anchor drama that's occurred this year. But that should be, I tried to call Colton today to talk to him about it, so we should hopefully be getting that out early next year. It's kind of funny because we finished it early this year, so kind of a bummer to like hold on to it for a year. Diuli is finally coming out. The process with that was Aaron and I wrote, you know, those songs. You guys were around for a lot of that. I think people on the channel and the Discord server are like, know what Diuli is and are familiar with some of the songs perhaps. We also made an Instagram page, so follow that. We have a couple clips on there, and we're gonna be posting, I think we're gonna be hanging on to the first 2 songs for a minute. I've got a new camera coming in the mail on Friday. It's a Blackmagic Cinema camera, because that's where I think the future needs to go with my efforts. You know, big year with music, put some good music out, mainly Softly With You. Diuli's coming out. Doing some collaborations right now with Disfiguring. Did the whole Big Slime Summer, which is going to officially come out next year, probably early next year. So I'm just like, the iPhone is only so motivating, not motivating, but inspirational to film with or to make things with. This camera is great too, but like, it's old, you know? It like, the footage on here looks super old, you know? I guess that's better, more light there. But yeah, this camera is just, it's fun. This camcorder is fun, but I kind of want to upgrade. There's like this Sony ZV-1 or whatever. It looks really good, and it's like small, like I can fit in my pocket and whatever. It also feels more zoomed out than this. Like the lens is a little smaller, maybe. You know, I like using the fisheye with this, but I feel like the quality can be so bad, and it just like, it's literally like 15-year-old styled footage. The Blackmagic's gonna be great because it's a pure cinema camera. So the goal is eventually to get good at making like music videos and actually like come together and make some really great music videos for some of the music I've made, both Diuli and Disfiguring. But I think at first I'm just gonna be doing like mini segments, mainly for Instagram and whatnot, like, you know, vertical style videos with a cinema camera. Maybe like lack of storyline. That's like the main thing to me. It's like a music video should have a story. Everything is storytelling, and if you're not doing much storytelling, it's like you're not going to connect with someone, you know? So the basic storytelling I've been doing this year is like I'm making music and making a goofy dance video, which works because that's like, I'm a goofy guy. I have a goofy dance and I do make music. So it's been a very like powerful year. It's kind of a shame I didn't start vlogging again sooner, but it makes sense. On like a deeper metaphysical way. I feel like I'm like reborn into my more youthful self as a man now. And I think last year, yes, but this year even more so with kind of my re-entering into the internet, really. You know, like if you think about it, like the momentum I generated early on in my career, if you want to call it that, was pretty amazing. Because I didn't really do anything for like years. I mean, if you're like a Big Chocolate fan, I put out some great Big Chocolate music and whatnot, but I wasn't like doing this. I wasn't really trying to connect. I wasn't really touring that hard or yada yada yada. So this is like really like the return to form, and I think especially with the focus on death metal and Disfiguring is extremely important. And like just the investment I've made into my equipment this year has been off the charts, like Big Slime and the vocal chain and now a camera. So Softly With You is out. I haven't talked about this on this channel, I don't think. It's funny, I was like really active. Softly With You drops and I was like sick. I'm not kidding you, for like on and off like 2 months. It was awful. And just like not feeling great, but really lacking drive. Like I'm a little congested today, speak of the devil, but like I feel great, like my energy is good, you know? So yeah, I think the focus for me for the next month or so is really just like promoting Softly With You. It's a great record. I have CDs and vinyl available for purchase. A lot of you guys have already purchased them already. but I've got plenty more to go around. Shout out Japan too. I think I've sent like 40 CDs to Japan, which is crazy. We got to get back out there. I actually have like a lot of GoPro footage from when I was out in Japan in 2013 that I should probably edit and post on the Cam Every Day. Cam Every Day is just like, it's so weird how it's like so fragmented and over the course of like 15 years. Like I remember in 2015, I think I started to try to vlog again living in Reno. Didn't really last very long. I actually had some projects that I was doing that kind of got lost. So that's kind of killed my buzz. And then 2018, 2019, when I was kind of doing Caterpillar and kind of rejuvenating my health through like a nutrient-dense diet, which is now all the rage. There's a lot of people who watch this who are like, yo dude, like you were the first person that was talking about raw milk and liver that I heard of or whatever, and maybe they applied it to their lives and it works. Like I'm a tank now compared to then. It works. It doesn't happen immediately. You see gains and progress the entire time, but it's a thing. It works. Look at me now. I'm back. And I really think that the health had a lot to do with it. Maybe I should open up more about that in the future. But yeah, I guess where I'm at is I'm just thinking about cameras a lot, which is super silly. Videos are just like my favorite. I love making videos. I love editing videos. And I just don't think I've like made a good video in a long time. It's crazy. Like I went back and looked at like some of like the Big Chocolate music videos we did. Like I Own the World has like 400,000 views on YouTube. I don't like, that's crazy to me. Like, and this is the nice thing too, is it was all at a time where like when I was doing a lot of stuff in the early days, I could care less about views. I could care less. Now it's like all anyone talks and thinks about is views. It's so weird. We live in such a weird time. And in a lot of ways I was ahead of the curve on a lot of things, you know, like doing this kind of crap. But it's just like different. Things are different, and the best way to figure anything out in life is just to, I mean, from a basic point of view, is to be consistent and authentic, and you're just gonna find your way. So I feel like there's a lot more to do on that end in terms of like engaging in like the scene. But I think I've made some big strides. I've done some cool merch drops. I have CDs and vinyl now that I'm shipping out myself. You know, I've got like a pretty great studio going right now too. I've got a great production partner in Aaron. Shout out Aaron, Native American Aaron. And you know, some great things on the horizon. But it's really like I feel like I need to become a better storyteller at introducing the authenticity that I feel around what I do into the world, and attempts to connect with people who want to connect with it. And the deeper meaning behind that too would be just to positively benefit people. I went to a dubstep show on Sunday, the Taboo show, which by the way, Taboo was totally amazing. He crushed it. Really cool dude too. He was like, yeah, I've been listening to your metal, man. Cool Southern guy. But I went there to meet up with Smith, who I've done some touring with, and we're pretty good buds. And the opening DJ on the run, Mport, actually like was influenced to make music because of Cam Every Day. And I've had like a bunch of producers tell me that. Ray Volpe is very famous for shouting me out in terms of his top influences and citing Cam Every Day as a major one. I don't want to shout everybody out because it's kind of weird. I think I'm just shouting Ray Volpe because he's been very public about it. But it's just like, that's what I'm talking about. You know, that's all that phase was of that life, was just, you know, sharing what I was doing, constantly trying to like communicate and broadcast like what it was I was doing and what it was I was excited about, in the hopes of it just connecting with people and creating like I guess a community, but like a community just in the sense of like that's where we were connecting at the time. So to see like the positive effects of someone like Mport, I hope I'm saying that right, sheesh, you know, come like basically doing music full time and being inspired to do it from Cam Every Day is awesome. So it's kind of like, how can you contribute yourself to make the world a better place, people a better place? And you're gonna make mistakes along the way, but I think if you stay true to your gut and you try to be authentic about it, it's like, you know, what more can you do? You're only human. So I also kind of like re-engaging in the internet again in my 30s. I'm 34 right now, which is crazy. When I started Camera Every Day, I believe I was 19. So it's just like I feel like a sense of maturity about me, and you still have like you're still the same person, you know, you're still human, but I feel a sense of maturity about me, and where like I'm now feel confident in my ability to influence the right way. Like that's another funny thing. I don't know if I've talked about this on this channel, but I remember like in my early 20s, I was this is before the term influencer was around, but I was aware that I was influential, and I didn't like it. Like I was like, I shouldn't be influential. I don't even know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that's when I was overthinking some things. That's when I was really isolated. Yeah, other bad things too. But like, you know, you gotta stay clean and clear. Like I've been sober for 2 years, and you say that, people think like you're like a drug addict or an alcoholic or something. Not the case. It's just like there's something about the clarity of sobriety and the decisiveness of sobriety that's like given me a lot of motivation, and motivation to be my best self really is what the core of it is. You know what I mean? So I like that aspect of me now. I like that I don't blur the lines in a non-sober way. You know what I mean? And I was always like, I loved sobriety when I was young too. Like I don't think I even really drank much until I was like 20 years old, you know? But yeah, I feel confident in like, hey, if I'm inspirational right now, I think that's a good thing. Like I feel like my influence can be a very positive on people who connect with it. You know, and then at the surface level, it's just like, let's get some cool music going and some cool content from like a creator who's just like authentic about it, just does whatever, right? So I just want to like make a quick vlog in this style, just kind of saying where we're at. We got Big Slime Summer next year, the release. I'm gonna start making a lot of music videos. I'm selling CDs and stuff, which is a cool way to connect with people. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of where we're at. The next real focus is going to be learning how to use a cinema camera and learning how to like make videos. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of learning curves there, trying to buy hard drives to fit all the raw footage on. Luckily I got Aaron here that's down for the cause, and he's going to be in a lot of the videos because we're going to be making a lot of DeYuli stuff. But I don't know, that's just where things are kind of at. Life is good. Like I'm still doing real estate. It's honestly very difficult to focus on it. I know in my heart I need to be doing music. I need to be making stuff. I need to be being creative. I need to be being myself. And there's a space for that in real estate, but it's very complicated. I think real estate's one of the only other income producing things I could do that's not music or creative related that I could probably balance okay. The main reason I do it is my dad is a broker, so I've been learning from him. You know, he could have been doing whatever, and I would have tried to do that, you know. But real estate is definitely difficult. Probably a handful of you guys who've had real estate experience, whether buying stuff, selling stuff, or you know, maybe you're an agent too, or know an agent or whatever. But it's for me, it's very difficult, and I wouldn't necessarily say I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people, but there's a lot of I have to like really force my hand at doing the work for it sometimes, and that is difficult for me. And I just got reminded I gotta do something for that I forgot to do this morning. Sheesh. But yeah, so that's kind of the update. I don't know, going to the gym twice a week, working on this music stuff, getting ready for the holidays, getting ready to send out CDs, getting ready to make I think the videos are going to be a big deal. I think the videos are going to be the thing that's going to like push it. Goals for next year is to do Disfiguring the Goddess live. That's the goal, is to get a band and play a show, and then maybe play another show. But I think getting it live is like a huge task because you got to get the guys. But that's kind of like the goal right now, and that's very inspired from my experience out with Angel Maker this year, which is another pivotal experience for me this year. This year was full of experiences. Very, very important year of growth, no doubt. And the music has just been like such a positive reflection of that in a lot of ways too. So that's the goal for next year. DeYuli wants to play live too, so maybe there's a situation where I can have the same band for both bands, you know. I don't see why not. I think that would be actually pretty great. But we'll see. That's kind of like the rough thing I'm throwing in the air, throwing out there to the universe, is I want to play live with Disfiguring. I'd need to do it, and I think at first it'd be cool because I could play like a lot of the old catalog type of stuff. Great to get some guys to bounce some ideas off. I have like I like to call it like an unofficial team, people who just like are connected to me, who help out in contributing and bouncing off ideas and whatnot. But it'd be great to get some like musicians more involved and then more skin in the game with it too, you know. So that's kind of where things are at. We're gonna make some music videos, get ready for my Instagram to look highly cinematic, and then hopefully we can get a band going and play some shows, which would be fantastic. And then we'll see what happens. The Julia Wolf remix I did, I like the Little Narnia collaboration I did. The 4-Stroke Baron stuff is going to be cool. I'm hoping to get a clip of that next week, like a little video. He's coming down to work on a second song, and I hope to film more B-roll of that, but also hope to like film him and myself in the backyard for like a little 30-40 second Instagram clip, you know. I like these like alternative kind of collaborations I'm doing. I think there's huge potential in like reaching across the aisle and collaborating with groups that aren't death metal bands, you know, but then internally like trying to do Disfiguring live, collaborate with some death metal musicians or whatnot. So I think it's a pretty positive vlog, a bit of a ramble style vlog while I'm driving, which is just totally classic. I'm going to the store to get ingredients to make fried rice because your boy is starving. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. I hope you guys are enjoying the milk reviews on my Instagram. I'm posting them here, but like this YouTube channel is such a, like I've said before, it's such like a fragmented, interesting following, but there's something very important about it to me. It's kind of like resembles the core of other things because it's like the documentation of the whole thing. Does that make sense? So yeah, hope y'all enjoy the rambles. Peace. God bless. Merry Christmas.